Hey everyone, Pete Werner here with your Diz Daily Fix for Monday, April 3rd, 2017. Here is what's happening today. Disney has filed permits that suggest a rumor that we reported on back in February might in fact be true. Now, the rumors that were circulating last month, or excuse me, 2 months ago, were that Disney would be building a gondola system to provide transportation between Epcot, Disney's Hollywood Studios, the Caribbean Beach Resort, and the Art of Animation. Now, last Thursday, apparently, they filed permits that, quote, for the, quote, foundation and building infrastructure at those locations. So it looks like this rumor might, in fact, be true. Disney has confirmed nothing, but stay tuned. I have a feeling there'll be an announcement coming before too long. Now, just a heads up to those of you who are going to be in the Magic Kingdom on April 6th, the U.S. Navy Blue Angels are going to be flying over that morning. Now, what I think you should do, just to screw with everybody else, is when they fly over, start screaming, "Oh my God, we're under attack." What's a little mass panic among friends? The reason that they're going to be flying over is not, in fact, to round up illegal immigrants, but it is because they are in town for the Fun and Sun International Fly-In Expo, which takes place in Lakeland, Florida on April 8th and April 9th. And finally, in the news this morning, there are some changes coming to the check-in process for those of you that are going to be enjoying a Disney Cruise Line vacation in the future. Now you are going to be able to do everything in the check-in process online. That includes registration for youth activities, any special dietary restrictions or medical conditions, and you'll be able to provide an electronic signature for your cruise contract, which normally you've had to print out and bring with you. So now all of that can be done online. And Disney is hoping this is going to streamline the check-in process, which I'm all in favor of. But I got to be honest with you. I've sailed many, many different cruise lines, and Disney does it better than anybody right now. So if this makes that even better, good on them. But I've never had a problem with their check-in process. So there's that. Now, over on the Diz today, our featured article comes from contributor Rob Kletke, who has part 2 of his depressingly titled Adventures in Solitude series. And this entry in it is Adventures in Solitude, Sailing Away Solo. He describes a solo traveler's experiences on his first cruise, which was Podcast Cruise 5. And there were like 300 of us. And he was always in like this coterie of people with him. So I don't know how solo that was, Rob. You want to impress me, literally go by yourself. Kidding. It's a great guy, and it's a great article and a great series of articles. So please check that out on the Diz at wdwinfo.com. Now, trending over on the Diz boards today is actually a repeat of a thread that was trending last week, and that's because it's about, wait for it, free dining. This is a yearly event on the boards where people start waiting and wondering when and if free dining is going to be released. So the thread is over on the Disney Restaurants Forum, and it's entitled Official 2017 Free Dining Plan, Watch, Wait, and Dream Thread. I don't know if they're going to release or not. I really haven't heard anything. I know I've heard rumblings the last couple of years that they were looking for an excuse to pull the trigger on it and not do it anymore. But I really just, I need to encourage folks to not get, because there's like this craziness that goes on around free dining. A lot of times, though, what happens is they release free dining and they also release a room-only discount at the same time. And there are sometimes, depending on dates, resorts, all sorts of things, that it is actually cheaper to go with the room-only discount and add the dining plan onto it than it is to do the free dining. The free dining does not include that room discount. The free dining is rack rate. So, yes, it's exciting, free dining, and it kind of lends itself back to that old adage, for something free, people don't care what they pay. Do your homework on this. If free dining comes out, reverse engineer your vacation. Take a look at what the cost is, just room only, adding the dining plan yourself. See if that makes more sense for you. But that is over on the Restaurants Forum on DizBoards.com. A little later on today on DizUnplugged.com, the Dreams Unlimited Travel Podcast is up this week. And in this week's episode, the team discusses the 2018 summer itineraries for Disney Cruise Line. Lots of cool stuff happening next year in Europe, especially on Disney Cruise Line. You can check that out over on DizUnplugged.com. Also, today, the Disneyland edition of the Diz Unplugged with host Tom Bell and his team. And in this week's show, Tom and Mary Jo check out the Boysenberry Festival at nearby Knott's Berry Farm. You'll find both of those podcasts today up at DizUnplugged.com. And finally, in the weather, if you're heading into the parks in Orlando tomorrow, welcome to summer. 30% chance of thunderstorms with a high of 92 and a low of 69. Out in Anaheim, partly sunny skies with a high of 75 and a low of 53. Much nicer weather. You can find links to all these stories and more on our Daily Fix main page at wdwinfo.com/dailyfix. That'll do it for me today. Join us again tomorrow for the next installment of the Diz Daily Fix. Have a great week, everyone.